Hi guys, so this is a perfect example of taking the public for mugs. The Leader of the House on Tuesday walked out to the cameras and told a pack of lies to the media. Jacob Rees-Mogg said that he believed Boris Johnson was doing a fantastic job. Why is he doing this? Well, let's hear what he had to say, and then I'll tell you why he's engaging in this behaviour.
Having bounced back to pre-pandemic levels, the leadership of Boris Johnson this country has been so brilliant that he has got us through this incredibly difficult period, and he's got all the big decisions right. We have opened up faster than any other European country, thanks to the Prime Minister, and I'm honoured to be under his leadership.
Notice he just says his bit and then walks away. He doesn't actually stand there and answer any questions. He won't defend Boris Johnson. Of course, he'll say Boris Johnson is doing a wonderful job and leave it at that. These people lied to the public. Jacob Rees-Mogg, for example, lied to the Queen even, lied to Parliament, lied to the public, told people, for example, in Northern Ireland, how there would be an electronic border. Not to worry, everything will be okay. Trust Jacob Rees-Mogg. When it came to Brexit, talking about how life would be much easier for the poor and the working class. Things would be much cheaper. Prices have actually gone up instead. These people understood that they could lie and get away with it. And not just get away with it, but be put into positions of power. They told their lies have been proven, and now they're still in power, and they understand that they can get away with it. And what they're doing at the moment is hoping, and they're not going out on a limb here, but because they've been able to convince the public before, they're hoping that this will all blow over. We rally around the Prime Minister, say that he's doing a wonderful job, and this will all blow over, and Boris Johnson will remain in his position. It's happened before. When Brexit took place at the beginning of 2020 and the negotiations began, I had my doubts that Boris Johnson would remain in office, because I said, okay, he got his Brexit done. He sold his oven-ready deal. But he said that Brexit was done, and then the negotiations began. How could he come back from that? But he did, because they were able to convince the public of their lies. Then in 2021, when the new checks came in, the fishermen, the farmers, exporters, importers were all suffering. I thought at that stage Boris Johnson would be forced out, but he wasn't. He was able to convince the public that he's the guy to do whatever job he's doing. They're able to get away with it because they're able to lie and not be held to account. And it's going to continue this way. Boris Johnson doing a wonderful job. Boris Johnson got Brexit done. Boris Johnson has led the country to a recovery. There were members of Parliament saying that Boris Johnson was the one who delivered the vaccine rollout. Boris Johnson, not the NHS, not the government, Boris Johnson. So, as I said, they're going to continue to lie, and they're going to continue to get away with it. You have the right-wing press who will rally around the Prime Minister as well. And we're talking about how, yes, we're getting to the stage where Boris Johnson is going to be forced out. I actually don't see that happening now. I have a horrible feeling, and I hope I'm wrong, but I have a horrible feeling this will all blow over, and in a few weeks' time, we won't even be talking about Sue Gray, we won't even be talking about parties, be talking about something else, and Boris Johnson's position will be just as before. Weakened somewhat, but something that really concerned me was these starting to, I think the Labour lead is starting to peak. And I've seen a few polls where Labour is starting to lose a few points, and the Conservatives are starting to win a few points back. Labour still have a majority in the polls, but if an election were held tomorrow, I wouldn't guarantee a Labour majority, because the lies from the politicians and the lies from the media to defend Boris Johnson would be turned up to 11. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.